Welcome back, my green loving community. I'm so happy to be here discussing what I'm talking about today, and it is water. Water, we all need it, right? So one of the ways that I think is the easiest to understand actually how to water your plants is to make sure you actually know what type of plant you have, so you have a real understanding of how to care for that particular plant. There are some things that you should know. Most tropical plants like to be watered when the top 2 inches of soil are completely dry. Now, tropical plants that I love, that I own, let's go for it. There's the fiddle leaf fig, there's the bird of paradise, there's the Chinese fan palm, there's the rubber tree, there's the blah, 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 blah. I love tropical plants, and I'm sure most of you do. You want that jungle vibe? Done. Get all those plants, it'll be perfect. Now, plants that like to be watered maybe every 3 or 4 days, those are more so your ferns, your caletheas, your triostars. What I want to do is I want to give you some tips on how to make sure you're giving your plants enough water and when not to water them, and then ideas or keys when you're overwatering and underwatering. Tip number 1. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're watering your plants all the way through. But again, only when, in most situations, the top 2 inches of soil are completely dry. You take your finger, you stick it in, finger comes out with a bunch of dry soil on it, it's time to water it. What I like to do is, I like to slow the pour down. Just like you're doing a pour over coffee, right? You take that watering can and you slowly work yourself around that pot, around the base of that plant, right? And let that water go through slowly so that it has the time to wiggle its way through all the roots and all the soil, and also that your roots have time to grab onto that water. Because if you're just dumping it down into your pot, the water's gonna rush through, exit out of your drainage hole and into your base tray. And because of that, the roots and the soil might not have had the opportunity to really grab onto some of that they need. So what I like to do is slow it down, pour it through, and then wait. Now, as the water comes out of that drainage hole, once you see a little bit trickling out, that is the perfect amount of water for your plant. Now let's say you gave it too much water and now you have water in your base tray. What you want to do is you want to sit, relax for a second, give yourself some time. So if you're watering one plant, go work on another plant. Give each plant at least 15 to 30 minutes, allowing that water in that base tray to sit there. What you're going to want to do is once that 30 minutes is up, you're going to want to take that pot, take it off the base tray, take that base tray, take it to the sink or tub or just out the window, toss it, and then place it back to where it was and put the plant back on top. You don't want your plants, that soil, your roots, sitting in water. That is the #1 cause. Come on people, you've heard me say it before, root rot. Root rot will kill your plants over time. And the only way to really understand how that's taking shape is what you'll start to see is, you'll start to see yellowing leaves. If you see a yellow leaf, the first idea is, okay, I'm overwatering my plant. How to combat that? What you want to do is you want to think about, all right, when was the last time I watered the plant? Then check your soil. If your soil is damp, now, sidebar, if you're saying, well, I water my plants every 7 days like clockwork, so I can't be overwatering. Well, maybe in summer and spring, every 7 days was perfect for your bird of paradise. But now, once winter comes, once fall hits and the weather is a bit cooler and your home isn't as hot or that window seal isn't as hot as it once was, now the plant dries out every 10 days. So then you have to water it every 10 days and get off of that 7-day schedule. This is why it takes a lot of time and dedication to make sure that your plants are healthy and thriving. So, yellowing leaf, overwatering. Signs of underwatering, brown spots and tips. Once you start to see brown spots and tips start to happen on your plants, that means you are underwatering your plant and you need to start giving it more. Just focus on the idea of making sure you're watering all the way through and that water comes out into the base tray. So yeah, that's how you best water and care and hydrate your plants. I hope this helps. Have fun.